What's up, everybody? It's me, Johnny G, your favorite annoying currently unboxing guy, and today I have a big one for you. This box is huge. Anybody know what's inside? Anybody? No? You're gonna find out. This has been something that I know a lot of people have been waiting for, including myself, for many years now, since it was first announced. And it just so happens to be a day early. This was not supposed to arrive until tomorrow for me. However, I think due to everything going on with the coronavirus and shipping and all that, they decided to send it to me just one day ahead of schedule. So, they sent this giant box, and it looks like a lot of it's just packing. Because as you can see, I just took that out, and there's actually a small box in here, and then this bigger box. So, let's pull. You didn't see anything. Pull the smaller box out, and then the bigger box. Whoa, ho, ho. And as you can see right here on the top, it says Square Enix products. I've got a big light up there to try and help things focus a little bit this time. Now, as you can probably guess, since it's Square Enix, we're dealing with the Final Fantasy VII Remake. This particular package, though, is the Soldier First Class Edition. So it's got all the bells and whistles, and it has a big Cloud Strife action figure, the Playarts Kai, with the Daytona motorcycle. So, let's dig in. Let's start with the little box here. I'm cutting that open, and we'll show everything off here. Okay, so, in the little box, first things first, as a pre-order bonus from Square Enix, they were giving out a lanyard. So basically on the front side here, we've got Cloud and Barrett. On the other side, Aerith and Tifa. And it just has Square Enix and Final Fantasy VII Remake on it. Now, of course, the edition of the game that comes with this is the Deluxe Edition. It's got a nice shiny cover, and on the back, we've got all our favorite characters, including the wonderful villain Sephiroth on this side. PlayStation exclusive, timed exclusive until April 10th, 2021. So this is only a timed exclusive for a year. I remember when it was first announced, pre-orders jumped up everywhere. Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop for an Xbox One version. So it was kind of touted that it was going to come to that console as well, pretty much at the same time, and then PC and everything. But as it stands, for now, it's a timed exclusive. And honestly, I wanted it on PlayStation 4 anyways, because the original was a PlayStation 1 game. So carrying everything over and playing it all together. So, let's open up the box here. We've got three things inside here. Number one, the game itself, which I'm sure everybody's seen this by now, but we've got the cover art that kind of matches and it's just kind of like a redone version of the original cover art from the first game. There's also a mini soundtrack, which only has 12 songs on it. There's the track listing there. That's cool, though, because it gives you a little bit of a taste, and when the full version comes out, you'll be able to get the full version of the soundtrack. Then we have a Deluxe Edition art book. It's no bigger than the case of the game, but most of this is like some really cool concept art and things that, typically you would have to buy a really big art book with. There is a decent amount of pages in this, but like it starts off with characters, and then you get into the little creatures, the bestiary kinda, and then some of the machines and enemies, different things you see around the town. And last but not least, obviously there's nothing inside right yet, but they include a bonus steelbook case, Sephiroth, the logo, and then on the inside is Cloud, and you see obviously the reactor behind him, the Maka reactor. So, pretty cool beginning there. We'll go ahead and cut this open. Let's take a look at the figure. I'm anxious. I'm kind of rushing this a little bit, just like I did Resident Evil 3, only because I want to get this installed and give it a try tonight. I played the demo, and the demo is really good. Reminded me a lot of 15. And I was a huge fan of 15. I also got the Ultimate Collector's Edition of Final Fantasy 15 when it came out. So, this was perfect, right up my alley. Wow, okay. So we have another case of a bigger box than the actual product. Got some little foam pieces here. And big black box on the inside, and just on the front here we have Final Fantasy VII Remake, Play Arts, action figure, Cloud Strife and Hardy Daytona. Let's see. Okay, looks like it opens from the side, and once again, we have another sticker that I have to cut. I know, I'm dangerous with a knife, but I'm excited. What can you say? So first we have a little paper, and it shows a little bit of like instructions on putting together a stand. Typically the Play Arts figures that Square Enix has made in the past usually come with like a little clear plastic stand to make it easier for them to stand up for you. Oh man, this is heavy. Ooh-wee. So, that is why this package was so big to begin with. Now me, I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of guy that typically likes to display my collectibles and things a bit more, or at least so many at a time I'll put out and then cycle them every so often. So I don't keep things in the packaging. Most of the time I take it out and I display it, and it's just one of those things where I don't plan on getting rid of it, at least not anytime soon. It'll probably stay with me until the day I die. So why not display it? Why not get some fun out of it and use it? So, first things first, obviously we have the highly detailed Cloud figure. Now I do have another Play Arts Cloud that was with Dissidia. Now this one in particular is designed to look and modeled to look a little bit more like the remake version. I mean, the outfit and things are pretty much the same, but the facial features tend to be a little bit more detailed. We've got the spiky point to his hair on the back, but you know, everything else for the most part is very similar to that one that I have. Unfortunately, it's packed up somewhere right now, or I'd bring that out to show you. A bunch of different hands here. So you got like 8 different hands that you can kind of swap out there with them. Some of them look similar. I mean, looks like a couple here for each hand are pretty close. There's not much difference in them, but enough that you can make some varied poses. Of course, there is a little plastic stand down there, and Cloud's famous weapon, the Buster Sword. And I'm sure everybody knows, if not, spoiler alert, it wasn't his first, but he was the one that made it famous before we knew that story, before we got into that tale in the initial. And then, the last major piece we have here, his Hardy Daytona motorcycle. And this thing is huge. To a point, I expected it to be big, but I wasn't quite expecting this big. That's awesome. And everything is made out of a very sturdy plastic. The wheels actually spin, so if you wanted to sit and drive them around like a little nerd or something, like, you know, like I would do with my kids, I'd sit and play with this with them. Honestly, you know, you could. The handles feel pretty sturdy. They're actually, you know, adjustable. Twist them in different directions, up and down. So it's a pretty posable bike on top of him being a very posable figure. I'm sure you can get a lot of different positions and poses and things out of this. So, realistically, this is very highly detailed. And this is actually cool. Now, I'm curious, because of the fact that they come with this with the initial part, and since this game was broken up into multiple different segments, I'm curious as to if there's going to be a different figure with each like collector's edition. Like if they do a different collector's edition with each version of the game, like each different part, will they all include their own different, you know, figure? Like will the next one have, say, a Tifa or something like that? Will the following one have a Sephiroth? You know, the only reason I say that is because like this here in particular, I believe is included with this game because there is the famous motorcycle chase from the beginning of the game that is probably going to be in this part due to the fact that this takes place in the Midgar section of the game. So, under the circumstances, they might do a PlayArts figure like this with the game, with each part of the game, that is something that's kind of more of a special moment from each game. So that could be why they chose this one in particular. Either way, regardless, I'm honestly very happy with this because I don't know if anybody knows, but this is kind of a reprint in a way as well, because there was another version of this before, from my understanding, that's very hard to find and hard to get, and it was a limited edition as well. So I don't know how much it differs from this version in particular, but that might be something to do a little research on. We'll put that back in the package, as well as the Buster Sword. And last but not least, since I didn't actually open it up, let's open the game itself, just to see if there's anything in this package, because it does feel a little heavy. Find a knife here, and cut the plastic open. I hate leaving the stickers on the blade of my knife. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. So, first of all, there is a DLC code here for a Cactuar summoning materia. I'm going to set that aside. There is an advertisement here for, looks like the trading card game. Yeah, so apparently a special version of the trading card game as well as the PlayArts figures. And there's some other things on this as well, like there's Kingdom Hearts 3 inside, pre-order for the new Avengers game coming, and then Final Fantasy 14. There is a little code for some member points, Square Enix rewards. I have a bunch of rewards points saved up and never actually got to use them for anything. I think I got a poster once and that's about it. Actually, something fun here. The cover is reversible. So on the inside here, we just have a plain, black insert with the logo and then the similar backing. And then there's actually two discs here. There is a data disc, it says right there. And then if you flip it, this one says play disc. So I wonder if that means that you have to install the data disc first and then pop in the play disc when you actually want to play. Of course, there's probably a day one patch as well. So I'd imagine this is going to take a pretty long time to get installed. So I might actually not get to play it tonight. But we'll see. We're going to give it a shot. And then we're going to load this into the Steelbook. I guess I should have noticed that earlier when I showed the Steelbook and there's two disc slots. I didn't put two and two together. Not very big brain this time. Either way, guys, that's awesome. That is what we got here. And for anybody that's a Final Fantasy fan, specifically of 7, this would be a great collector's item for you. Some people don't like having the big extra action figures and stuff like that around. Some people might just like the Steelbook or even the art book. Little collectors, things like that are pretty cool. But for me, I like the figures. I like everything. So it's very easy to please me when it comes to these collector's editions, if you haven't noticed that before. So for now, I'm going to go get this installing, play with my cloud a little bit. That didn't sound right. Ignore that. The figure. Not inappropriately, just going to play with the figure and the motorcycle. Vroom vroom. Okay, I'm getting weird. Alright, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna go get this installing. Let me know what you think of the game down below, or this edition, or whatever. Tell me what you got. Tell me how far you are, if you've already started to play it, because I know some places around the world have already gotten it already, before me here, and before anybody that's getting it tomorrow, or even at midnight here in a couple of hours. So, let me know. Let me know down in the comments. And if you want to see more of this stuff, let me know as well. Hopefully, like I've said before, we've got some new stuff coming soon that, you know, might be a little bit different than just unboxings. But either way, we'll have some other content. Hopefully get some other things going here that you guys will enjoy and we can start sharing and growing our little family here. In the meantime, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.